Hi guys, I'm Megan Brightwood and welcome to my channel. Or if you're a returning viewer, then hi, nice to see you again. I'm so glad that you're back. And if you haven't already, certainly make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell down below so that you know whenever I post a new video. I do try to stick to a Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday schedule. And on this channel, we talk mostly about lifestyle topics, some fashion, and of course, knitting. Honestly, we probably talk more about knitting than anything else. So if any of that interests you, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And today's video is for sure one that falls into the knitting category. I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite knitting patterns for boys this spring. And I do have a son. He is almost 2. He'll be 2 in August, named Charlie. And he does have an older sister. So his handmade closet is not quite as large as hers, but we're slowly getting there. So I thought I would share some of my sweaters some of his sweaters that I've made for his spring wardrobe, as well as a couple that I have in mind that I want to make. So let's just hop right into this video. The first sweater that I wanted to share with you is actually one that I'd shared in my favorite knitting patterns for girls as well. I think this would be a really nice unisex pullover. So this is the teddy bear sweater by Petite Knit. It's made out of a Cascade Heritage sock yarn, and I think that the colorway is silver gray, but it was super simple to knit up. It's a very nice, just basic pullover pattern, and then it does have the little teddy bear embroidery on it, which was very easy. I am not someone that is very good at embroidery just to begin with, but it was laid out very easily, and I did do the embroidery out of the Cascade Heritage sock yarn in the colorway True Black, I believe. I have a few of these Cascade Heritage sock yarns that I've just kind of been using over and over again because I have little bits and pieces of extra, so I don't know, I keep using them. But anyway, yeah, love how this turned out. And I do plan on making one of these for my daughter as well. But I just haven't gotten around to that. I almost forgot to tell you, I did make this out of a fingering weight yarn, like I said, but I believe that the pattern says to use a sport weight or DK, which would be a little bit thicker, and I think that that would be great for fall, winter months. But as for spring and summer, I think the fingering weight works just fine. It's a little bit airier, and it doesn't look like the gauge is off much at all. So yeah, I really love how that turned out. Then I have the Topaz Henley. This was by Andrea Sanchez, and I hope you can see it. I know the lighting is a little bit strange today. It is such a gloomy day outside. The past few days have been super sunny, super nice. We've spent a ton of time outside, but today it's overcast. It's in the mid-30s and it's just not great filming weather, but I really wanted to get this done. So yeah, this is the Topaz Henley. Hopefully you can see it all right. It's made out of the Cascade Heritage sock yarn in the colorway True Black, and it has a really nice kind of thermal stitch pattern throughout here that I'd kind of like to utilize in different projects, but I haven't quite figured out what to do with it. And I did also want to mention that while I love this pattern so much, when you get to this little button placket here, I would recommend doing a selvage edge. It's not in the pattern itself, but if you do a selvage edge and then pick up just these stitches for the button placket rather than, I think is it 22 stitches? I think it's in the 20s that you pick up for this button placket. That kind of tends to make it flare up a little bit. I've done this sweater a few times, so I've got a couple that have flared. This one did not because of that selvage edge. So yeah, I would highly recommend that if you are doing this little sweater, but it looks so cute on my son. I've probably shown plenty of pictures of that, but yeah, highly recommend. I think it's a really nice, just throw it on over whatever you're wearing for kind of crisper nights. I think it'll be really nice for him. So anyway, that is the second sweater. And then I also have this one. This reminds me of a little kind of grandpa sweater, and it is the Augustine Pullover by Anna Dervaux. I love this so much. It's made out of the Cascade Heritage sock yarn once again, and this is in the colorway Camel. It has an American moss stitch on the bodice and then stockinette sleeves. It also has this really nice shawl collar that was actually really easy to knit up. I wasn't sure how that was all gonna work, but you pick up stitches on one side and then you go all around the collar and then down. And I can't remember if it was German short rows. I feel like that's what it was, to give the collar a little extra length. But yeah, worked out really, really nicely. The construction was amazing and it looks so cute. And the other nice thing about this is that because it's a cardigan, it's definitely suited for spring. So I absolutely love this. The next sweater that I wanted to share with you is one that I have in progress, but I haven't quite finished. So I'll insert a picture first, and it is the Friday Pullover by Petite Knit. The one that I am doing is the mini version. I think that she also has a baby version, the mini, and then another one, and I don't remember if it's junior maybe. She's got a bunch of different versions of this particular sweater, and I love it. I think it just reminds me so much of a seaside vacation. And yeah, so excited about it. So the one that I am working on for my son is this little guy right here. And it is white and navy blue striped. And this is that same Cascade Heritage sock yarn. I have a little bit of a theme going, I think. But yeah, I love the way it's turning out. So it's got a broken ribbed pattern all throughout. So it's got a really cool texture to it. And then the raglan increases, so it's worked top to bottom, are really cool as well. So they've got this little section of broken rib that goes down, and it kind of creates more of a statement than you would think. It's a very basic sweater, but all of those little details make it really cool. So yeah, I'm having so much fun making this. I'm really excited to finish it and start having him wear this. And the one thing that I would recommend if you are thinking about doing this particular pullover, before you start, make sure you understand how to do jogless striping for in the round, because I didn't know how to do that. And I kind of just kept playing around with it. And you can definitely see where I was playing around with it. So here's the first bit. I was doing okay, and then I got to the side, and there are definite jogs here, and then I kind of figured it out right about in here. So I would recommend understanding how to do that before starting this project, but I'm not really too concerned about it. I have a feeling that he'll probably just wear this year, and that'll probably be it. He is growing so quickly. It makes me so sad, but babies don't keep. So yeah, I don't know. I can't help it. It just makes me sad. But anyway, so those are the patterns that are for sure in my son's spring wardrobe this year, but there are a couple other patterns that I wanted to share with you as possible contenders. And the first is the Grayson Pullover by Julia Stanfield. I love this. It is very classic, simple pullover, has a nice little V-neck. It's made out of a DK weight yarn, so it should be pretty quick to knit up as well. And I just think it would be a nice classic addition to any little boy's wardrobe. And I will say, it is hard to find patterns for little boys. I don't know what it is, but it seems like men and little boys are a little underrepresented on Ravelry. So yeah, I am not much of a designer. I'm kind of dabbling a little bit, but yeah, if I ever go full force into that, I have a feeling that I'll do a few little boys patterns. But anyway, yeah, love this pullover. I think it's really nice, classic, could go for all year round, really. I mean, depending on your color scheme and choice of yarns, I think that this would be a really good all year option. The last sweater that I wanted to share with you, I'm not sure if it's going to come as a surprise or not, but it is the Little Dude by Andrea Rangel. I love this. So it's obviously inspired by the dude from The Big Lebowski, and if you haven't seen The Big Lebowski, highly, highly recommend. It's got Steve Buscemi, John Goodman. It's amazing. So yeah, I love this little sweater because it reminds me of that movie, obviously, but I also think that it would be a really nice kind of campfire sort of sweater. So we do a lot of bonfires in the summer, and so I could totally see putting this on him and then just going out. So yeah, I love that sweater, and those are my spring picks for boys. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you did, certainly give it a thumbs up. And if you do feel like sticking around and seeing more videos, then certainly go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as well. As for me, I think I'm gonna get going, but I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!